We're at Prairie Oaks, which is right here in the west side of town. Starting at the Whispering Oaks Shelter area, and we're going to do the Coneflower Loop, and then hopefully the Mauger Loop. Looks like it's going to be kind of muddy today. Gravelly part is the Greenway Trail, which is kind of a multi-purpose trail. We turn off toward the Coneflower Trail. Kind of an icy, mushy trail. Horse trail's that way. More the horse trail that way. We're going this way. There's the Big Darby River over there. And this part of the trail tends to be kind of soggy. And I've seen it where it's just been completely flooded, so it really isn't too bad. Not a very used park. You'll see, we don't see too many people here. Really nice. More horse trail there, and this is a little bit nasty. Fortunately, we're going left. Horse trails always seem to be pretty awful in my experience. Connecting up with the horse trail again to go across this bridge. I see over here. Little stream flowing into the Big Darby. Horseback trail again. We're gonna go straight up here and join the Greenway Trail, which will take us to the bridge over the Big Darby and to the Alder Trail. This is where we join the Coneflower Trail, and we're headed to the bridge over Big Darby here. Coming up on the bridge over the Big Darby. The horse trail to the right there. It's a nice bridge. Horses go across here. going down that other side of the river to the right there, and that way. 3 ducks there. We'll come back up and do this loop here. So we'll make this end of part 1, which is the coneflower loop and the bridge over the big. And this is beginning of part 2, the alder trail. Goes next to the river. I'm still on the alder trail. It's pretty icy. It's about 38 degrees out here, so just melting. There's the Big Darby River there. Really pretty. Little bridge going across the stream going into the Big Darby. A lot of water right now. My shoes keep collecting gobs of mud. It makes my feet feel like they're really heavy. About 3 miles into the run here, and just gonna go up to a loop, and we'll come back down here. We'll be coming back down the right side here, which goes by the river, but first we're gonna go up and around a big meadow up here. It tends to be really sloppy when it's wet like this. We'll see. Hill's nice, kind of pretty. The top of the hill tends to be really wet. Should get even wetter up here. This part's usually super wet. Fortunately, it's still a little bit frozen, so not as bad as usual. Parking area there. There's one car. Like I said, not too many people come here. A little 3/4 of a mile loop here that we're going to do through this field. And then we'll go back by the river. Called the tall grass trail. Not so tall right now, but boy, in the summer it does get kind of tall. It's kind of pretty running through the tall grass. Bluebird nests that you'll see in the summer. This tall grass trail is really kind of boring. Just a big loop. See a little piece of Route 71 straight ahead here. Shows how close this park is. There's Route 70 there. You can see that truck right there, more than 100 yards away. Now we're finishing this loop here, and we'll be headed over to the trail that goes next to the river. I'm sure it'll be super muddy. Now we just finished the tall grass trail, and now we're going to go over here by the river and then head back to the alder trail. About to dive back in the woods a little bit here. Found to be icy and slippery. Heading up on this little stream crossing, which is super high right now. That'll be fun. Let's see. Go up here. Don't mind getting my shoes a little bit wet, but it's cold. Ouch. Lots of thorns. All right. And now up the big hill. This is a loop is called the Osage Opening Trail. It's just a loop. There's our Osage orange there. Not really good for use for anything. I ran a whole trail once throwing this back and forth. It kind of keeps you going. Wish I could juggle. Some more Osage oranges all through here. FDR built a whole shelter ridge of trees through the Plain States, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas back in the 30s. With over 200 million trees kind of blocked the wind erosion. A lot of those were Osage orange because they're so strong and resilient. Here's a good example of one. Not the prettiest trees, but certainly great wood. The bows made of that back in the Indians would be worth a whole horse. In fact, the French would call the tree bodark, which meant bowwood. Probably didn't want to know all that. But there you go. And we're back down and we're getting closer to the river there. We're Osage orange. Really pretty running in the winter here because you can see so far. If this were summer, you wouldn't be able to see the river there because it'd be so grown up. Okay, now we're gonna go down the trees and by the river here, which is a little technical because it gets really wet, slippery. I'll get my feet wet or fall, I'll be surprised. You can see where some people have slipped already. Now, I want to walk over these trees. They don't look very easy to walk across. There we go. Not too bad. Now I can get back to trying to run a little bit. In a pretty and a wet, muddy way. This orange tape here is for a reason. So I'm going to take this other path here, and that's because there's a beehive in there. It doesn't seem to be active right now, but you excuse me if I don't poke around it. Running by the river here, pretty mushy. Here we're back in that original loop, hitting the Alder Trail. There's our map here. Going back across this little tributary to the Big Darby over there. Big Darby turns west here, and we're sort of following it again. You can't see it over there. Still on the Alder Trail, and back by the river again. Feel like a robe hot man with big giant iron shoes there. Coming to the end of the Alder Trail here, so we'll call this the end of part 2. Part 3 will be the Lakeview Trail up here. Coming up here on the Lakeview Trail, path is just this gravel. It goes around 2-3 nice man-made lakes here. Call this the beginning of part 3. Couple of dogs coming. Not sure if these life preservers are ever used, but here they are. So, left over here. About 6 miles into the run at this point. There's all the geese. Little creek running into that lake for the parking area here, and we'll go up to this area. It's called Mound Trail. Not much of a mound. Mound Trail. Straight across is where the dogs can go swimming. If we turn right here, I think we'll see the mound. Supposed to be a facsimile of a Indian mound. Here's the mound. I know High Banks has been excavated for Indian mounds, and also Patel Darby Creek has been probably some of the others. Good view of the geese and everything here. Hello to you too. This is the dog area. There's no dogs right now, but really nice. Summer, there's always a bunch of dogs there. Interesting, hardly any geese on this lake. Wonder what's wrong with it. They're all on the other one. It's like humans clustered together. This placard kind of tells the history of this area. Back in the 50s, they did a lot of mining and created levees to keep the river from expanding onto their floodplains, which then caused erosion that damaged the trees and things. So pretty interesting. There's a few brave geese there. Not very many compared to the other lakes. River's over there to our right. You can see the river over there, I think, and lake here. So I'm sort of running on the levee that was built between the two. There's a black squirrel right there. It's coal black. You can see that. See these in the winter, really neat. Hope you can see that. It's moving just a little bit. Really pretty. Some white ones out there too, along with Canadian geese. See the bridge over there. We're going to go across in a moment. Getting towards the end of the run. Darby Creek. The beginning here. Well, we're just finishing this up. By the time we get done, it'll be about an 8¼ mile run. We went to the Coneflower Loop and then ran on the Greenway Trail over the Big Darby Bridge to the Alder Path to get up to the Tall Grass Trail and then the Osage Circle, and then the Rocky River Trail and back to the Alder Trail, and then the Lakeview Trail back across the bridge, and here we are. And this is the Whispering Oak shelter house here. So have a great day. See you next time.